Morning, everybody. In keeping with the training that we've been doing all week, we've returned to cat and dog poop alley. We're working on distractions for our dogs that are going to be working in an urban environment. It's really important that they get exposed to this type of stuff early on in their training so that they learn that they have to avoid it and stay away from it. So you're going to see this video in all its glory with the good parts and then also the distractions. We really need to be able to read this body language so we can correct the dogs when they get into these things. But more importantly, the dogs need to learn that it's just not acceptable to get onto distractions. Dia makes some great decisions in this video.
Get to work, come on.
This is pretty cool here because the apex of the turn brought her into this little upper island of grass. The turn goes here along the water in the lower portion and then takes a left up at the wall closer to the connex to the right. But there was a fair amount of odor up there. That's why she jumped up and followed it. It just didn't continue all the way to the end. So now she gets right back on the track.
Trail's on the other side of the fence. See if she figures it out. Lots of scent. This is obviously where he climbed over. And she's getting it on the other side of the fence. There we go.
Okay, here's the first big cat distraction coming up. We run the trail past this spot all the time, specifically because of the cats here. Watch her zero in on a good source odor that I have to correct her on.
Leave that. Get out of there. Cat.
I really like this part because windblown odor dragged her up to the road and away from where the actual track was, but watch when she hits it again. Super easy to read body language.
Leave that.
So this is the beginning of dog poop portion of this distraction trail. This is where everybody walks their dogs, and a little patch of grass right over here to the left. There's probably at least 20 or 30 poops. So she's reacting already to this, I think. This is contact odor right there on the leaf by our subject, but the distractions are coming up here on the left. So this is the classic body language of distraction. The dog is on a track, head pops back hard, and then tries to radar nose into
Leave
the
that.
source odor.
Hoop.
Big thing with most dogs is they drop their tail. And that's
Okay.
a big indicator
Get
that
to
you're
work.
dealing with another dog.
Air scent. Good air scent. Where's she getting it from? Where's the trail? That's the trail right there, I think. But she's getting a really good air scent. Wind is at my back though. Maybe that's why she's out in the middle of the road. I think the trail's on the left-hand side, but she seems to have lost the track. Getting bits and pieces of it right here. This is track right there. She's wagging her tail now though, so I know we're close.
So this is some pretty cool stuff here. You guys can't feel the wind or know exactly where it's coming from, but the wind is at my back and it's pretty good. And already the dog was showing a proximity alert from the source in the beginning of about 75 yards away. And she's reacting to it here too. She knows she's close. There's little bits and pieces of scent that's telling her that she's close. The problem is it's swirling on the wind. There's no scent cone to work into, so she doesn't know exactly how to get there. She's abandoned the track for this fresh blown odor too, and it makes sense. This is the fresh blown odors telling that the subject's close. So you have to be very, very careful here. You can't run, you can't rush. You have to let the dog take their time, because zeroing in on the subject is not necessarily an easy thing in a wind condition like this. So good proximity alert, but we just don't know exactly where the source is. Pay close attention to everything that she's doing here, and then at the end of this video you're going to see exactly where the subject was. It's going to be pretty remarkable that it was so difficult for her to narrow down that exact spot. But again, it's all wind related.
Whoa, you did it! Yay! Yay! That's a pretty girl! You did it! Good girl. Yay!
Oh, what's that?
Yay!